The investigation surrounding documents seized in the FBI raid at former President Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate. The special master appointed in the case has now laid out a timeline for the Justice Department to begin producing thousands of documents that agents took from the Florida home. Joining me now is ABC News investigative reporter Katherine Faulders, as well as Kimberly Wehle, ABC News legal contributor and law professor at American University. Thank you both for being here. Katherine, let's start with you. The DOJ is now facing a deadline to produce these documents. What more do we know right now?
So DOJ has to produce all of these documents to Trump's legal team by Monday. Then following that, the special master has set out this vigorous timeline here, Gio. He wants Trump's team to go through all of these documents, and if they designate any of them or believe any of them to be privileged, falling under some sort of privilege, executive privilege, attorney-client privilege, then they have to mark that document. And not only do they have to mark that document, but then they have to lay out the rationale and explain their reasoning. The special master wants all of this done by Trump's team in various different batches by 3 weeks from today. So that's not a lot of time here. But what's interesting is that Trump has been claiming a lot of things publicly, whether we're talking about the declassification of the documents he claims to telepathically be able to declassify in some form, or he's suggested that the FBI has perhaps planted some documents there. He hasn't provided any evidence for that claim. But what the special master is asking Trump's team to do is essentially say, do they take issue with any of the materials that were seized from Mar-a-Lago on August 8th? Do they think that things were there or listed in that detailed inventory list that weren't on the property? So what it's doing is it's essentially putting Trump's legal team in a box here. They have to say on the record in court, which they haven't yet done, whether, frankly, they believe these claims that Trump is making publicly.
And Kim, let's go over to you, because Trump's lawyers, they've not provided any evidence in court that these documents were declassified, despite those repeated claims in public that he had declassified them. So are his public statements becoming a bigger issue now for his legal team?
No, because the 11th Circuit, as you know, the Court of Appeals that's higher than Judge Cannon, who started this whole process, said that the classified information can go right back to the FBI. They reversed her on the classified stuff. So at that point, this is now out of the hands of the special master. And whatever he says about thinking that things are declassified, it really doesn't matter for two reasons. One is it's no longer under the jurisdiction of Judge Cannon or the special master. And number two, for the Espionage Act, it doesn't matter if it's classified or declassified. So this is really talking points for his followers. It's legally insignificant.
And we're seeing some of those comments that were made on Fox just in the past week here. Now, Kim, staying with you, the special master has also asked Trump to back up his allegation that the FBI planted evidence during the Mar-a-Lago raid. What type of challenge does that present for Trump's lawyers?
You know, I think this special master kind of sees through all these shenanigans and said, listen, sort of put up or shut up. I'm going to give you some time to produce what he says, anything not seized from the premises, sort of a sideway way of saying, listen, if you think things were planted, give me evidence. Show me affidavits. Show me some kind of actual documentation, video, something to demonstrate that that's an issue. If not, we're just going to mosey along with these privilege claims, which, just to be clear, this special master process is now kind of off the radar when it comes to something that matters for Donald Trump. The FBI has the classified stuff. That's really where he's liable. That's the problem, taking those documents. And that, I think that's just going to proceed apace, which is good.
And Katherine, meanwhile, the chairman of the House Select Committee investigating the January 6th attack on the Capitol says that the panel is set to hold its final hearing next week, Wednesday, with a promise of substantial footage and significant witness testimony. What can we expect?
So I think a portion of this hearing is essentially going to be a recap of what we've already learned. The House was on recess for about a month, but during that recess, they held multiple depositions with some of Trump's former cabinet secretaries. They interviewed more witnesses. They've obtained more documents and footage. I think we're likely to see some of that. And what we just learned through our reporting as well is that the wife of the Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas, Ginny Thomas, has agreed to speak with the committee behind closed doors. We can expect that to happen in the coming weeks. We probably won't see that on Wednesday, though, Gio.
All right, Katherine Faulders and Kim Wehle, thank you so much for joining us here.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.